Hi, my name is Kim. I'm an introvert that travels the world whilst being on a tight budget, and today we're going to be talking how travel can improve your mental health, help with productivity, and generally just better your life. So this video's coming in at a bit of a sort of a personal angle for me, so how travelling has made me feel better. I used to work a job that I felt was suffocating. I used to be a senior manager in retail, and I felt as if every day was like darkness. And I mean, it was like literal darkness, because I used to turn up to work and it was dark, and I used to leave and it was still dark because I'd been inside all day. There was a spark missing or something missing. Even when I tried to get away from work, I was always working. Like, I was expected to read my messages whilst I was at home from senior managers, and I was always working. It was like relentless. I felt as if I was hardly ever having any time off. Being chained to work like that is really unhealthy, and if this is how you feel in work, something needs to give. The one thing that helped me get through it all was travelling. The thing that helped the most was quitting my job, restructuring my life, and living a life that benefited me rather than somebody else. But I know that everybody's not in a situation where they can do that. But even if you're in a job that is like mentally taxing, or you're in a situation that is like seems relentless, going travelling can really help. People are naturally curious creatures. We love to go and explore, find new things, experience new things, and if we're in a situation that stops us from doing that, be it work or something else, then it's not going to make us feel fulfilled. And the thing with travel is it can help you feel fulfilled. It can help you feel as if it sort of tops you up with happiness, and with like all those negative emotions just kind of like brush away, and you feel like you're whole again. Taking time to care for yourself, to get out of your head, get out of the country, is a lot more beneficial for your life than just getting away from horrible bosses. So what can travelling do? How can it improve your mental health? How can it affect your future and change your entire life? Well, let me tell you, because I have experience from it. Travelling can help you release stress. So there's nothing better than that feeling when you're just about to go on holiday, that last shift. You walk out the door and you know that your boss cannot contact you because you are on holiday. From that second forward, you have no responsibilities and work until you're back again. And it's the most fantastic feeling. So my tip for you, if you work the sort of job that I used to and quitting isn't an option that you can do immediately, is don't have a staycation. Leave far enough away that if something happens in work, they can't call you back. Because there's been a few times where I've been on holiday, and I mean, I've been at home, but the point is I'm on holiday, and something's happened and I've had to go back into work. Nothing even particularly major, and I've still had to go back into work. And if I was away, far enough away that I couldn't come back, they wouldn't have contacted me. So if you need that sort of like relaxation to get away from work completely, jump on a plane, get away from the country. There's no way you're coming back. If anything happens, there's no point in phoning you because you're not even in the country. That used to be like a really fantastic like stress release for me, knowing that it doesn't even have to be with work. It can be with any responsibility that's kind of laying heavy on you. If you're too far away, then there's not much you can do about it until you're home. Being able to get completely out of what was normal, not having to be tied to work at certain times and not having to answer work messages, was so freeing to me. And even now, being self-employed, travelling is such a fantastic relaxation for me. The freedom of being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, in a country that I don't know much about, is just like, there's nothing like it. From travelling more often and taking myself out of work situations, I feel like I'm a better worker. I'm calmer, less angry, I'm more productive because my mind is at ease. You know, I'm calm rather than continually stressed. Travel can do all that for you as well. Travel can enhance your happiness. Feeling like you're trapped and suffocated in the same monotony day after day can be mentally exhausting. It's awful for your mental health, and just being able to get a few days away out of that can do amazing things for you. It can make you feel so much happier in yourself. It can completely reset your mindset. It can make you confident, passionate, creative, empathetic. If you feel like you're trapped, find the key, unlock the shackles and find freedom, because with that you'll find yourself and ultimately you'll find happiness. Become a better person overall. So from travelling, I believe that I've become a much better person. I've always been quite kind, I think, but I've always had a lack of self-confidence. I've been introverted and shy. Used to be like a little bit angry. When working in retail, I feel like maybe there was like a bit of like being egotistical in me. I always thought that I was like the best person in a room of idiots, you know? And that's not true. Everybody's got their talents, but I was so sort of like in my own self that I couldn't see beyond that. Traveling a lot recently has taught me to be a lot more empathetic, kind, less angry, more tolerant of people, and this can happen for you as well. Being able to be in new places, to experience new things, can teach you a lot. Don't get me wrong, traveling hasn't made me any less introverted. I'm still introverted, but I'm a lot more confident now, and I wouldn't say that I'm sort of traditionally shy like I was. I used to have real anxiety when talking to people or meeting new people. When I first started my job in retail, I didn't speak to anybody for a month. A whole month I'm not speaking to anybody apart from managers who tell me what to do. And now I feel like I can go meet new people. When you travel, you're put in situations with people where you're almost forced to talk to them, and by having to talk to people it makes you a lot more comfortable with talking to people. So if confidence, if that's something that you struggle with, travel is going to do a lot for you. And traveling by yourself will do even more. So if you're scared to go traveling, I recommend going on at least one trip with just yourself, because when you're with a group of people and you're shy like I used to be, the other people would go do stuff for you. But if you're by yourself, you are forced to do things. You are forced to try and talk to people because there's no one else around to talk to them for you. Traveling reminds you of there are things going on outside your bubble. Life isn't just what you perceive it as. It happens around you, beyond you, and being able to see that will make you a better person, and ultimately it could even make you realise that what you're doing isn't what you want to do. Not even career-wise, I mean maybe you live somewhere and you realise that that's not what you want for your life, or you're in like a domestic situation that isn't happy for you. Like, there are all sorts of things that travelling can make you realise. It's something that you might not have even realised before because you've been sort of like so stuck in yourself. And once you start seeing that life beyond what you're living is actually good and amazing and the world is beautiful, you realise that you want to go see it more and you want your life to align in that way too. Experiences. So having new experiences when you travel can really shape you as a person. Things that you never would have done outside of, like what I just said, your bubble, are things that could turn you into your ultimate self. It can be things from once in a lifetime things like swimming with dolphins, or it can be really like mundane things like being somewhere foreign, having to ask somebody for directions and getting the confidence to be able to do that. Just having different experiences that don't happen where you live are things that can really change your perspective and change your life. Rounding all these experiences together and knowing that you've had them can make you a better, stronger person. Taking lessons from each thing that you've experienced can just make you an all-round good person. It can make you happier, calmer, more relaxed, more confident, just better. How can travelling help you? I've used a lot of descriptive words throughout this video explaining how travelling can make you better, but the too long didn't read part of this whole video is go travelling because it'll make you more empathetic, creative, resilient, braver, more confident. It'll just make you like calmer, more relaxed, kinder, more tolerant. You'll just be a better person overall, and by being a better person in yourself, you can be a better person to other people in your life as well. Wanting to learn more about myself and having the opportunity to be able to do that made me seek a new career. I wanted to travel more, I wanted to have more experiences, I wanted to be a better person, and I knew that I couldn't do that in my old career. So I looked for a new one. I got one that works around what's best for me. That means that I can go travelling whenever I want to go travelling. And I know that maybe not many people might have the opportunity to do that. Maybe you feel trapped in your career, but I'd recommend on the holidays that you do get from work, go travelling, see the world from a new perspective, and maybe you'll figure out that you're not trapped where you are. Maybe you just feel mentally trapped, but you're not physically trapped. You can do anything you want. And I know like a lot of people are like, oh, you can live your dream, you can do whatever you want, but honestly, if you want something bad enough, you'll almost find any way of doing it. And from travelling, that taught me the sort of the risk-taking aspect of it all, the sort of the adventure, the wanting what's best for me, rather than me trying to make, I guess, everybody else happy. By learning more about yourself through what I think the best way is travelling, then you can be the best version of yourself for everybody else around you then. So from being selfish for a bit, you can be a better person for everybody. For yourself as well, you can be kinder, not to everybody else, but also to yourself. It's like, honestly, I can't stress how amazing travel has been for me and how amazing it can be for you as well. It literally changes your life. It changes your whole outlook. Like everything gets like flipped on its head and you start seeing everything for what it really is, and you start realizing that it's alright to take risks sometimes, because if you fail at something, then you've just learned stuff. And before I started travelling loads and loads, I always found risk as scary, but now it's not. It's just a new learning opportunity. If you go somewhere and it's rubbish, you've learned maybe not to go there, or you've learned that you haven't liked that place, but you've always learned something from it. Even if it's from learning stuff about your own tastes, or if it's learning about your own tolerance, or learning about, you know, what you want to do in the future, there's always a lesson there. And if you want to make yourself happier and more fulfilled and just a better person for your future, then travel more. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that what I've said has really impacted you, and if you found anything that I've said handy, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you have like similar things that have happened to you through travel, like, and you're happy to share that with me, then please let me know your stories in the comments down below as well, because I can't be the only person in the world that's been like amazingly positively impacted from travel. I bring out 2 informative travel videos every week, so if you'd like to learn more about travel, then make sure to subscribe and to ring that notification bell. So if you want to travel more and you're pumped up now, you're like, yeah, Kim, do you know what, I've never travelled before, but everything that you've said is what I want in my life. Up here, I'm going to link a video that gives you all the beginner stuff to traveling, all the things you need to do before you travel. And down here, I'm going to put the first part in a 2-part series of budget travel. So if money is something that's holding you back from travel, don't let it be. Go check out that video. But I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you again. Enjoy your life. Ta-da! Travel.